DeArmond Ford Indianola, your certified Ford Model E dealer. All month long, save big on our new 2024 Ford electric vehicles. Lease a new all-electric Ford F-150 Lightning for only $345 per month. Lease the all-electric Mach-E for only $299 per month. Plus, the new Ford Power Promise. Get a home charger with your purchase. Come see our electric vehicle specialist here at DeArmond Ford Indianola. DeArmondFord.com.
Hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if you've been thinking about upgrading that old wood or gas fireplace in your home or adding a new one someplace that you've always wanted, we have Central Iowa's best selection of wood, gas, and electric fireplaces. So if you've always wanted to add some warmth and beauty along with value to your home, come see us at Fireplace Superstore today. 10820 Douglas in Urbandale.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals.
So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V-Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand, custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to MediaCom Stadium. It is a battle of the Des Moines Public Schools tonight here in the heart of Central Iowa on Drake's campus here at MediaCom Stadium. It's the number 1 ranked Des Moines Hoover Huskies of Class 3A taking on the number 4th ranked Des Moines Roosevelt Rough Riders of Class 4A. Hello, everyone. Blake Walker along with you here this evening from, like I said, MediaCom Stadium here at Drake University. A busy week here on campus as the Drake Relays kick off later this week. But we got some action here on the soccer field. I talked about the rankings at the top of the show. Let's take a look at those rankings. We'll start out with 4A. Well, we'll see which one pulls up here. But we'll start out with Class 4A on the ranking side. West Des Moines Valley. These rankings came out on Monday. The IHSAA released their first rankings of the year. West Des Moines Valley at the number 1 spot. Dowling Catholic at 2. Ames at 3. And how about the Des Moines Roosevelt Rough Riders? The Des Moines Public Schools represented really well here. With 4th is where Roosevelt, the Rough Riders, sit at 7-1 on the season. Lincoln down there in the 9th spot. Johnston at 5th, Cedar Rapids Prairie 6th, Waukee Northwest 7, Ankeny Centennial, we called them last week against Ankeny 8th, and Iowa City High round out your top 10. Well, you're thinking, where's Des Moines Hoover? Well, Des Moines Hoover's not in 4A. They're down in 3A, and the Huskies currently sit atop of the board. Runner-up last year, they are sitting number 1. Dallas Center Grimes is at the number 2 position. But the Hoover Huskies have set themselves up well, a 7-0-1 record to start the year, with their only tie coming to Urbandale, a team that has been very good and very well thought after because guess what? Urbandale's ranked number 3 in Class 3A. Iowa City Liberty is 4th. Norwalk is 5th. Liberty, by the way, who Roosevelt and Hoover beat last time both each played, and that was on Saturday. Both these teams played in a tournament, if you will, or a kind of a round-robin type games. Des Moines Hoover defeated number 4th ranked Iowa City Liberty 1-0. Roosevelt defeated Iowa City Liberty 4-1. Norwalk at 5, Spencer 6, Cedar Rapids, Washington 7th, Indianola 8th, Marion 9th, and North Polk round out your top 10. Des Moines Roosevelt winner last year's contest, a 2-1 victory. Roosevelt is 7-5 against Des Moines Hoover since 2011. Obviously, the Huskies had a very successful season, getting all the way to the state championship game, falling short to Dallas Center Grimes. Des Moines Roosevelt fell short of a tournament bid, but they are led by Ephraim Luganga, who is one of the top players in the state. 11 goals this year for Luganga and 7 assists. On the other side, it's all Javier Flores for the same reason. 6 goals, that leads the team, and 11 assists, that leads the team. So 2 star players on the match tonight. Caden Lane is the top goalkeeper for Des Moines Roosevelt. We'll see if he plays tonight, and Amisi Bida is the top goal saver tonight for Des Moines Hoover. Let's send it down to the field here. We'll get our starting lineups in just a moment between Des Moines Hoover and Des Moines Roosevelt.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're pleased to welcome you to Albaugh Field at MediaCom Stadium. Tonight's event is an Iowa High School Athletic Association sanctioned competition. And we're excited to witness a boys varsity soccer matchup between the Roosevelt Rough Riders and your own Hoover Huskies. Regardless of today's outcome, we are incredibly proud of the dedication, passion, and leadership these students have demonstrated throughout the season. Let's give them, both teams, a big round of applause. And now the starters for the Roosevelt Rough Riders. Number 5, Joshua Roman Castro. Number 6, Isaiah Lamarck. Number 7, Ephraim Luganga. Number 9, Oscar Perez. Number 10, Eder Gasca. Number 15, Abel Kennedy. Number 16, Jude Lippincott. Number 20, Ephraim Ongi. Number 23, Henry Trenton. Number 24, Nash Sanders. And the goaltender for the Rough Riders is Caden Lane. Roosevelt is head coached by Matt Ring. And now the starters for your Hoover Huskies. Number 2, Ishio Chano. Number 3, Gerard Igulu. Number 4, Josh Musingo. Number 9, Javier Flores. Number 10, Ibunga Kaskule. Number 12, Abraham Finiasi. Number 14, John Pierre Bahati. Number 20, Isaac Ramadani. Number 21, Bizo Lukala. Number 24, Tumapile Hassani. And the goaltender for your Huskies is Amisi Beda. The Huskies head coach is John Rubino. Assistant coaches are Jeff Chauvin, Ethan Olson, Sanel Dietzy. Before we begin, we'd like to introduce the officials for tonight's game and thank them for their dedication to the game and for their role in ensuing a fair and safe match tonight. Kobe Wessenlink, Aaron Larson, Nazif Morasic. We'd also like to thank our trainer, Christina Jackson from Select Physical Therapy. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for the playing.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Back here at MediaCom Stadium, it is number 1 ranked Des Moines Hoover, the Huskies, taking on the 4th ranked Des Moines Roosevelt Rough Riders. Des Moines Hoover, a 3A team. Des Moines Roosevelt, a 4A team. Great history between these two teams. Since 2011, the matches have been pretty even, all things considered. 7-5 advantage goes to the Rough Riders since 2011. Last 5 games, the teams are 5-0. Des Moines Hoover with wins over Fort Dodge, Des Moines North, Marshalltown, Pella, and Iowa City Liberty. Roosevelt with wins over Ottumwa, Des Moines East, Des Moines Lincoln, Waukee, and Iowa City Liberty. Take a look at Des Moines Hoover and their leading goalkeeper, if you will, Amisi Bida, number 1 in red, walking back to the goal. It is a very, very pleasant night for soccer. For a week that's been a lot of rain as of late, and we expect a lot of rain here still. It looks good right now. 66 is the temperature, really no wind to be spoken of. It's going to be partly cloudy as the evening goes on, a chances for storms later tonight, but should be okay as the night progresses on here from MediaCom Stadium. Des Moines Roosevelt is in white with blue pants. Hoover is in all black. We are off and running here at MediaCom Stadium, and the battle for the Des Moines Public Schools right off and going. Last time we had a chance to catch up with Hoover here on the Central Iowa Sports Network, it was a 3-0 victory over the Des Moines North Polar Bears. I talked about it earlier in the show, but both these teams coming off wins against Iowa City Liberty. Both happened on Saturday. Roosevelt beat the Lightning 4-1, and Hoover beat the Lightning 1-0. Liberty ranked 4th in Class 3A rankings. So good wins for both teams. And Roosevelt, I talked about it, 7-1 to start the year. Not bad at all. 7-0-1 ranking for Des Moines Hoover. Setting themselves up well, especially after last year's loss in the state championship game. Everyone looked at the roster and said, yeah, I think they're going to be back. And sure enough, they have put together a really good season so far. And obviously, if you can hang on to the number one spot, get through your district, you'll have the number one seed going into the state tournament. So Roosevelt just kind of working things around here on the back line just a little bit. Trying to get a pass up ahead. And a chance there for a second. That was Ephraim Luganga. We talked about Luganga, one of the top goal scorers in the state, let alone this team. 11 goals on the season. Roosevelt going to kind of just work things around here. Get a feel for everything. Roosevelt scored 34 goals on the season. Des Moines Hoover has scored 30, with a shot on goal percentage for Roosevelt at 44%, Hoover 28%. So that tells you when Roosevelt shoots, they're going to score almost half the time. So definitely something to bring up. Des Moines Hoover, though, much better in the save percentage category, 87% save percentage as a team. Kind of split shares for goalies, and then Roosevelt at 64% on the season. Caden Lane is the goalkeeper tonight for Roosevelt, and Amisi Bida is the goalkeeper tonight for Des Moines Hoover. Got a whistle blown there, a foul on Jimapeli Hassani. And it'll be a free kick upcoming here for Roosevelt. And quite the spot, may I add. They got two guys standing over there. They got Isaiah Lamarck, and I can't quite tell the other one. I think it might actually be Luganga. As Hoover will line themselves up here for a chance to maybe get a stop. And I can't quite tell. I think it is Luganga, but we'll wait to see when he hits it. So one goes running. There's the low line drop, and it goes in. Isaiah Lamarck puts Roosevelt on the board with a free kick, not even 4 minutes into the match. I couldn't quite tell. It hit off somebody, and they had a perfect chance. Take a look at the replay. There's the fake run up, and then Lamarck, it bounces off a Hoover defender. And just like that, Bida can't keep up with it because of the track of the ball. And Lamarck has a goal, and Roosevelt leads 1-0, not even 4 minutes into the match. It is Lamarck's third goal of the 2025 season. So Roosevelt off swinging early against the number one team in Class 3A. And they'll try to keep the pressure up. All because of that penalty there earlier on Hassani. And that just, it was a perfect spot for a free kick. A little bit more, it just would have been a PK, but Roosevelt will take it in the early going here. They lead 1-0. And got to give credit to the Rough Riders. A lot of patience there on that first couple minutes. This is kind of what they do. They just kind of sit back here. They'll figure things out as they go. They get it to the near side here to number 15, Abel Kennedy. And it rolls out of the touch line. Throw in here for Hoover. It's a really good header, but a really strong slide tackle that's going to work. I couldn't quite get the number on that one. I think it might have been Lamarck again, as Hoover does have a player down. I think it is Casciley. Take a look at the replay here. This is off the throw-in where that penalty was. Let's see it up ahead. There's your slide tackle. And Casciley takes a couple extra spins. We didn't have it on camera, but he did immediately get up. I think he was just hoping he could get a stoppage there. But because of the stoppage, Roosevelt gets the ball back. So that was Joshua Roman Castro, who was the one on the slide tackle. The official deemed it clean enough, and we play on after the quick stoppage there for the slight injury for Casciley. Roosevelt on the run out. Quick move up and going for Luganga. Tripped up. No call. They keep it clean. The crowd was getting into it a little bit. Couple good moves for Ephraim. Roosevelt would love to take the early 2-0 lead on a Hoover team that can score at will, but has their moments of lull. Their only tie on the year coming against Urbandale. There's a really good kick forward and perfectly set up for Luganga. No, excuse me, that's Ongi, excuse me. And Ongi got tripped up, couldn't quite get it anywhere, and Hoover will try to take it back the other way. But the Huskies have not had the ball in possession very often. These two guys fighting for it and fighting for position, as that was Abunga there, again, just trying to plead with the official. Official says, not really. Eder Gasca was the one on the opposing end of that. The foul is going to be on Casciley, so Roosevelt gets the ball right back here. There's a lob up, and Beta's going to make the play. Again, there is no wind tonight. I mean, maybe a slight breeze at 1 or 2 mile an hour. A rare day of no wind here in the state of Iowa, it definitely feels like. And I'm sure these guys aren't complaining. They're going to roll that one back to the goalkeeper, Caden Lane, the senior. Caden really hasn't been too busy here in the first couple minutes. As you can see, these guys, they're going to be aggressive. I mean, the public school side, got to have bragging rights. Luganga had it for a second, now gets it right back. Hoover gets it right back, and Casciley goes down on they're going to say another flop. The official says a flop on Casciley, and again, Abunga goes down. So we'll wait for a wait there, and even the official tell him to get back up, and now we got a quick little shove early. Yellow card will be given to both players here. Abel Kennedy is the one on the flag, or on the yellow card, and then I believe you're going to get Isaac Ramadani is the one on the flag as well. Let's take a look at what led into this. You're going to have another slide tackle. There's the push down, and then there's the push there. So Kennedy kind of, there was a slide tackle attempt, and then Kennedy kind of felt like he was just kind of pushing him away, and then immediately when Ramadani turned around, Kennedy immediately put his hands up, and I mean, obviously might have meant it, might not have meant it, but our head official here said, try to stop it in its tracks. This is going to be a physical game. It's just how it is between these two teams, especially against each other. This is going to be a very physical game. You want bragging rights. They know how important this game is in general. So it's going to be, you're going to see that. You're going to see a lot of that tonight. If you're curious on yellow cards, that is the 9th yellow card on the year for Roosevelt. That is the 8th on the year for Hoover. So after a little bit of extracurriculars here, Kennedy and Ramadandi will now check out. And Roosevelt will get back going on offense. And after a couple of those, slide tackle attempts that were deemed clean by the official, we knew it was going to be tough and physical. No doubt about that. On the back line here to Roman Castro. Nice ball right back to the back line to Riffin Luganga, and Luganga hits the turf, and a foul is called on Hoover. Hassani is the one whistled. Boy, this might be a night of fouls. Take a look at the replay. You're going to see a really good run-out opportunity for Luganga, for Riffin Luganga, and then a slide tackle attempt that, just from there didn't look as clean, and Hassani gets caught. So now another free kick opportunity. Roosevelt scored off a free kick just minutes ago. This head official is very busy in the early goings of this one. And Joshua Roman Castro will be the one, as of right now, slated to kick our free kick here with the left leg. On the way, high enough nobody could get to it, but it will be centered, and Castro will get it right back and off the side of his leg, though, and that will go out for a goal kick. And Roman says, that's my fault. Or Joshua says, that's my fault. Substitution checking in. Bizo Lucala will check in. One of the captains on this team for Des Moines Hoover. And it will be Joshua Musengo on the goal kick here for the Huskies. Roosevelt goes right back to the back line here once again with Castro, Roman Castro. Again, Hoover has really not had the ball in Roosevelt possession. You can see a hounding Ubunga Cascaile trying to go after the ball and make him think twice about it. Now they go to this near side to Riffin Luganga. Rough Riders weigh options. They'll go far to the other side of the field. That's going to be knocked out. Ball hasn't really gone out of play much tonight. We've kept it in for the most part. We're 10 minutes gone by in a wild 10 minutes. I'll give them that. Of action with already 2 yellow cards, 1 for each team apiece. If you're just tuning in, Roosevelt scored off a free kick opportunity deep in Hoover territory. Not even 4 minutes into the match. There's a ball upfield to Luganga. Can he get there in time? Bita slides and dives in the way. Nice play by Amisi. Hoover, though, going to get it right back. Got a couple good bounces and now try to run with it. Is it going to be offsides? It will be. Too far ahead. Hoover was almost too good for their own good there in that moment. As just a little too far out in front was Isaac Ramadani. Rough Riders looking good early. Luganga goes to the near side to Gaska. And now back over to Sanders, Nash Sanders. And they'll start swinging it back around. Rough Riders trying to work it around on the far line. That's going to be dropped out. Sticks with the Rough Riders here. Ball's going to come over to the near side of the field here. Luganga will work his way in. Got around one. Now swung back and kicked out. And again, Hoover has not spent a lot of time over on the Rough Riders side of the field. And there you can see their star player, Javier Flores, has been shut out tonight. Really hasn't even touched the ball for the most part. Gaska will go back to the back line, try to wear out this Hoover midfield. Just kind of stay patient. Just do what they can here. Roman Castro going to work his way up to the midfield. Finds Oscar Perez. Roosevelt very methodical in their passing. This one, though, sent up ahead. Foul will be called on Roosevelt. It's a number 32 for Hoover. I don't have a number 32 on my roster, unfortunately, so I am not sure who that is for Des Moines Hoover. Couldn't tell you. The next closest number, 25, is Eduardo Barahona Alonso. So it could be him, but we'll go unnamed number 32 tonight, as I don't have a 32 on our roster on bound. So free kick opportunity here for Hoover to get this ball deep in their own territory, or deep in Roosevelt territory for the first time tonight. And not a ton's going to come out of that, at least that first chance. Let's see if Roosevelt can clear here. Both guys fighting for position on the ball. Roosevelt really good with the ball one-on-one matchups, kind of causing Hoover fits. There's a kick upfield. Beta, going to come up and get it. Yep, a little too far ahead for him. There was a delayed penalty, I think, far back there. Yeah, there was a delayed foul way back there. So they're going to do a free kick here for Hoover with just over 25 minutes to go in the first period. So free kick upcoming here for the Huskies, trying to get something rolling here offensively. That one going to go short from where I think they intended it to go, and now they'll fight at the midfield again. And again, have not called Javier Flores' name very often this evening. Trying to get it to their star player. Leads the team in goals with 6. Isaac Ramadani, 5 goals. Had 2 in the win against Des Moines North we had the other week. That ball rolls out. It'll be a goal kick here for Des Moines Roosevelt, currently leading 1-0 over Des Moines Hoover, on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Blake Walker with you here this evening, here at beautiful MediaCom Stadium on the Albaugh Family Field. Beautiful night for soccer. Temperatures in the mid-60s. The rain has avoided us. Spotty showers all across the state of Iowa today. The rain has avoided us, will and should avoid us for most part of this evening. Unfortunately for those coming to the Draker Relays, starting Thursday, weather ain't looking so good on Thursday and possibly Friday. Here's a chance for Des Moines Hoover, and no whistle. Thought they might have gotten a penalty call, but official says no, and we play on. That was the best chance Hoover has had all night long when going after the goal. Again, Roosevelt meticulous with their passing so far. They got it to Nash Sanders. Nash sends it all the way upfield. This is going to be a tough play here. Luganga just couldn't turn on it. He hits the goalpost. And by goalpost, I mean the football goalpost. Luganga, showing off his speed there. Was almost able to get there to the corner. Just couldn't quite get there in time. Good pass up ahead, though, to set his teammate up. Hoover gets a goal kick here to start with 23-25 to go here in the first period. Foul called on Roosevelt. That one's going to be on. That's Ongi over there. It's called on the whistle. Jamapeli Hassani will try a free kick here. He shorted the last one, gave Roosevelt a good chance to get back down the field. This time it's a little bit more of a low liner. That one's to Javier Flores. But Roosevelt immediately has got 3 guys over there. He rolls out. Will stay with Hoover. I believe that's the Ishilocabo Chano over there. I think it was Chano, one of the smallest guys on the team, but man, he's fast. This is a throw in here for Gerard. And Roosevelt knocks that one back down the pitch. Ishilocabo. There you go. I got it. Ishilocabo Chano. Huskies trying to get something rolling here. Had a chance in the center, but kicked out by Gaska. Roosevelt's going to go backwards with it here. And Joshua Roman Castro with it here. Just at the 10-yard line if you're looking at it from the football field. Long boot. Chasing after it is Ongi got there in time. He gets a throw in here, but he's waiting for his Roosevelt teammates to get back, and actually he'll just set that one down on the turf and let his other teammate come in and throw it. So a throw in upcoming here for Henry Trenton. Foul called on Hoover. Roosevelt gets another free kick. So this is a couple times here that Roosevelt has gotten a free kick in a really good spot. Eder Goska will be the one to take it. No wind to really even influence this ball, so it's all going to depend on what he can do with his leg here. They got Oscar Perez here on the near side, ready in case this thing goes long. Here's the kick. It's a little bit of a low liner. And I don't think this is going to work out for Roosevelt. That one's going to bounce out. Who are they going to give it to? It's going to be a goal kick. So a little bit of a low liner kick. Didn't really have a chance that Goska was looking for, and Hoover will get a goal kick back out. Actually, they call the foul over there, so not technically a goal kick. They just get a free kick way deep in their own territory. See if Hoover can put together some offense here. They just haven't been able to get a really good opportunity. They had one, and no whistle was called kind of deep in the box, in the goalie box, so that might be the chance they need, though. That one's going to roll out, so Hoover's going to get it back. They'll wait for a couple numbers. Under 20 minutes to go here in the first half. And now they'll really wait for numbers as they'll look for another player to come over and throw in. It's a short throw in. I believe that's Javier Flores over there. A little bit of contact here on the near side. Number 32. Again, I don't have a number 32 on my goal or on my roster, so not sure. And he was not in the starting lineup, so definitely not sure. Good throw in there for Lucala. And Flores hits the ground after a slide tackle attempt. And they'll hope that it's not too bad for Flores. I think he just dinged his shin. So he'll hop back up. And a really good spot here for a free kick if you're a Des Moines Hoover fan. This is just a little bit more to the right than what Roosevelt had. Flores is still a little shaken up. Got kicked in the shin. Here's a chance for Hoover's star player to come up big. Flores high and missed it. So the Huskies come up empty on their chance at a free kick right in front of the goal. And Roosevelt will hold serve here, 18 minutes to go in the first half. Roosevelt scored on a free kick earlier in the night by Isaiah Lamarck. Ganga got the ball right back. He'll work on his one-on-one skills, trying to get around one, and a foul on Luganga. Grabbed a little bit of a jersey there. But Lamarck scored with just under 4 minutes into the match. Not bad at all for Roosevelt to jump out early. Kick up ahead. And we'll roll out. Goal kick here. Had a chance there for Abunga Casciley. I think we're waiting on, well, we were waiting on substitutions there for a second. There's your free kick. Low boot as Roosevelt tries to get it back upfield. There's been a lot of play now in the middle. There really hasn't been any give or take. Hoover has tightened things up here defensively after those wild first 10 minutes where Roosevelt was just doing anything they wanted against the Huskies. Hoover trying to go on a run out here. But Roosevelt right there. Boy, really good minutes here by Joshua Roman Castro. Slide tackle attempt, not going to work. Foul that time on Casciley, and another yellow card has been given. Two yellow cards, and Hoover's coach does not like it. Take a look at the replay. The foul was not on Casciley. The foul is that one right there. That's the foul, the throw of the ball by Benzi Lucala, and now a red card has been given. And another yellow card has been given. This has gotten out of hand. So I have no idea how they're... So your red card goes to, I'm going to assume the red card went back to Lucala, I think, but I am not sure. Again, the way that the bleachers are built, we can't really see down, so it's just worth noting. And it is worth noting, you have to keep your cool because 4 red cards in a season, you can't play in the postseason. Keokuk has already experienced that this season. And unfortunately, Keokuk's season was canceled because of the 4 red cards. So it's unfortunate. I thought for a second Hoover's head coach was going to get a red card as well because it sure felt like the official was pulling out the red card and was almost going to give it to the head coach, and then he stopped, gave another yellow card. I don't know. A lot just went on there. Obviously a little bit hard to see from our perspective, but I know for a fact that Bizo Lucala will not be playing the rest of this match. And I'm not really sure what it does for the rest of the season, or for the next game, but just have to wait and see. So the official's coming back over here to talk with the Hoover sideline. I think just trying to explain some stuff. The official's been busy tonight. Very busy. And now Roosevelt's trying to get something figured out. Now he's going to come over and chat with his other official, and time is called. Boy, I have not. It's been a while since I've seen something like this. Hoover did have an incident in the playoffs last year against Indianola where I can't remember if a red was given out or a couple of yellows or whatnot, but so you're saying, my producer Aaron's telling me possibly cleated? Is that what you're... Okay. So another yellow card has been given to the Hoover coach. My producer Aaron was telling me that someone got kicked while they were down. That is unofficially 5 yellow cards for Hoover in the first half, I think. I tell you what, folks, I have not I have not seen this. At least this chaotic of a half since I've been calling state or high school soccer here in the first couple of years. And for Hoover, they just got the head coach for the Huskies is still just not happy. And I think the official's really trying to tell him that, you know, hey man, you've got a couple yellow cards. Like, we got to figure this out. One of the assistant coaches for Hoover at the same time is also just trying to get across to the team, you know, you got to keep your emotions in check. Again, a disadvantage of us being upstairs. We can't really hear what's happening down there, and we're not as close, but I don't know. I don't know. All right, let's get going. Let's play soccer. 14 minutes to go here in the first half. You just hope we can keep it clean here, because I just worry if we have one more little incident for both teams, it's just not going to end well. So Roosevelt leads 1-0 is your score. Low line kick all the way upfield, and now a hard collision there as a Hoover player hits the ground, and we're going to get another yellow card. This one's going to be on Henry Tritton. And Tritton, I mean, it's inadvertent, I think, but boy, a really tough collision there as time will be called. And I mean a tough collision. I'm not really sure who it was over there. Let's see when they come over. That was number 19. And again, I don't have a 19 on the roster for Hoover. So Hoover's got a couple numbers in here. There's also a chance that Hoover is playing JV players from the earlier match. That free kick's going to go out into the left. It'll be a goal kick here for Des Moines Roosevelt. That time, the incident seemed a little inadvertent, but a penalty is a penalty. And it'll be a goal kick here for Des Moines Roosevelt. Here comes the run out, Oscar Perez. Perez goes up ahead. Is it going to go a little far for Beta? It does. He slaps it out with his left hand, but it's going to be a corner kick. And somehow, some way, it's our first corner kick of the night. So a corner kick upcoming, and it'll be taken here by Jude Lippincott. Lippincott's corner kick is a low line drive that knocks out, and it will be Hoover ball off the goal kick. So just under 12 minutes to go here in this one, in the first half at least. Again, most of the play has been in the midfield. Neither team has really gotten a big chance. There's a whistle on Hoover. So free kick here for the Rough Riders. Huskies trying to tie this thing up here before the end of the half. A eventful first half. Throw in upcoming here for the Huskies. And it's Gerard. Slipped up for a quick second. Here's Flores. Javier will work his way in through traffic, and it's knocked right back away by Roosevelt. Very tight on defense. Good effort there by Gerard. Substitution coming back in. He from Luganga. Back in here for the Rough Riders. There's a little bit of contact further down the line. Javier Flores kind of letting him know, trying to keep his team in check. Flores, one of the captains here for Des Moines Hoover. You've already had one captain go out with a red card, so Javier Flores stepping up here, just trying to get his boys keep their emotions in check on both sides. Under 10 minutes to go here in the first half. As Isaiah Lamarck tries to get it upfield, and Hoover clears back down the other way. And with no win, Caden Lane will come up and kick it back. Near side ball here for Roosevelt. This is Ongi there, had it for a moment. Now Hoover gets it right back. With Casciley with it there for a moment. Trying to get a couple lucky bounces. Abraham Finiasi with it there for a second. That ball is going to go high and in the middle. Contact there. Roosevelt gets called on the foul. Free kick here for Hoover. Not a bad spot. Their free kicks tonight just haven't been exactly where they want them to be, but they're getting better slowly but surely. Let's see what they got here. Everybody lining up. Flores, kick on the way, and misses to the right. Nobody touched it. Clock continues to tick here on the first half. It is a lead for Des Moines Roosevelt, 1-0. First half that has been plagued with yellow cards. I think unofficially I'm at 7 yellow cards given out this entire first half. We've had 1 red card. Coach Rubino for Hoover has been called for a yellow card, so it has been a messy half in that aspect, but things have cleaned up just a little bit here in these last couple minutes, trying to end us off strong here. Here's a race for the ball on the near side. Gerard going to kick it out last second. It will be a ball here for Roosevelt. He was going up against Ongi. And Ongi will throw in to Abel Kennedy, who got a yellow card earlier in the match. I think was our first one after a slight push. Well, that one got close for Roman Castro. Now Joshua's going to come running with it here near the Albaugh Family Field logo. Stops and goes on the brakes and tries to hang on to it here. Got his way around to Ongi. And offsides. Even in the far corner, just a little offsides. So a kick here upcoming for Roosevelt. Or excuse me, for Hoover. In terms of legit shot on goals, Hoover, I don't really think has any. They've had a couple long chances that have missed, but just haven't really had to do a ton offensively. And Caden Lane, the goalkeeper for Roosevelt, he really just hasn't had to do much. His back line has been really good, led by Joshua Roman Castro, the senior. It's a Roosevelt team with quite a few seniors in very talented spots, and it's showing here this season. Like I said, a 7-1 record to start the young year. The ball's sent long, and Lane comes up and makes the catch. Ball brought down in the middle, and now a chance here for Roosevelt to maybe go running. Got a good bounce. Shot on goal is going to miss just to the left. It was a line drive by Eder Gaska. And substitutions checking in for Hoover. Asani will check in. Juma will check in. Then our not sure what number 32 checks in. So Bito will come out and have a goal kick here with under 5 minutes to go. In the first half, it's going to be pushing, almost lasting an hour. Bito will go short on a kick here. Roosevelt's got a couple guys closing in. Boy, that's a dangerous one. Roosevelt's got numbers. If they can get it, Ongi on the near side. Hoover trying to clear. And Ongi's got it right back. Luganga fires and misses just to the north of the goal. 11 goals this year for Ephraim Luganga. It's been so impressive this year. Another substitution checking in, Abraham Finiasi. Coming in on the pitch here for Hoover. A couple of fresh legs here for the final minutes of action here in the first half. As the clock continues to tick down. The ball rolls out, will be Roosevelt ball. See if the Rough Riders got one more attack in them here for the end of the first half with a 1-0 lead. And considering how solid Roosevelt has been offensively, a 1-0 lead, Hoover has got to be happy with that. Their defense have tightened down. Obviously, they gave up that goal in the first 4 minutes, but their defense has really locked things down. Roosevelt's defense has been really good from the get-go. It'll be a very interesting next 40 minutes ahead. That pass trying to get upfield to Ongi. That time, it's going to run a little long to be out again for a goal kick. So Bito will center himself, and I believe this is going to be Joshua Musengo, who will be the one to take the goal kick here. Just over 2 minutes to go here in this one. In the first half, I should say. Good clear up field, now knocked high. That's going to go all the way to the second deck and kicked right back. Somebody sitting right here in front of our cameraman, it was kicked right back up, and the kid, he's sitting here, he's got his soda in his hand, and he just perfectly kicked that right back on the pitch without a thought in the world. Here comes a run out. Bito will chase after it and kick it out. So a throw-in upcoming here. Roosevelt's going to have a solid chance with about a minute and a half to go here. Round one and tripped up. Free kick opportunity. Roosevelt's taking advantage from one deep in the enemy territory here, if you will. Hoover's going to try to set things up defensively. And again, it was just off a Hoover player's shoulder, it looked like, that first goal, so really nothing they could do. They played it up perfectly. They just got an awkward bounce, but Roosevelt's going to take their time here and have a chance as the clock winds down. This is Joshua on the kick. He'll go short, trying to set it up in the middle. And Hoover has got it covered for the most part. They're going to try again. This one's shot on goal to the right, just misses. I couldn't quite tell who that was, but a very short on right goal. Got a Roosevelt player down. Clock is stopped. Take a look at the replay. They were trying something here. Hoover had it pretty well covered up. And the shot attempt's just going to miss. It was Riffin Luganga, the junior. So clock will start again here with 18 seconds. Well, in a second it'll start. As if the first half couldn't get any longer. Ongi fires, low liner. Vita picks it up with 10 seconds. And we'll boot it back the other way, and that should finish us here for the end of the first half of action. Well, a lot of drama. We've had 7 yellow cards. We've had 1 red card. It has been a wild 40 minutes. Des Moines Roosevelt on top, 1-0 over Des Moines Hoover. We will be back for your second half. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Save big this month on all new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Rams at DeArmond CDJR Ames. New Jeep Wagoneers with up to $13,000 off MSRP. Or get up to $16,000 off MSRP if you currently own a Ford. Brand new 2024 Ram 2500 Crew Cab 4x4 starting at only $42,990. And over 20% off on new Ram 1500 Crew Cab 4x4s. That's right, over 20% off. Save big here at the all-new DeArmond CDJR Ames.
It's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if you've been thinking about upgrading that old wood or gas fireplace in your home or adding a new one someplace that you've always wanted, we have Central Iowa's best selection of wood, gas, and electric fireplaces. So if you've always wanted to add some warmth and beauty along with value to your home, come see us at Fireplace Superstore today. 10820 Douglas in Urbandale.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals.
So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand, custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals.
So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if you have an old inefficient wood fireplace, we need to talk. Heat & Glow has some great retrofit inserts to convert that old drafty wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace. A Heat & Glow gas insert will give you high efficiency, it will give you ease of operations, and it will give you enough warmth to take the edge off a cold winter's night. For the best in gas inserts, come see us at Fireplace Superstore today.
It's hard to stop a train.
The Chevy Red Tag event is going on now here at DeArmond Chevy GMC in Knoxville, Iowa. New Silverado 1500 Crew Cab with 1.9% for 60 months, plus up to $87.50 off MSRP. New Chevy and GMC HDs with 5.9% for 84 months. Get a new 2025 Trailblazer starting at $339 per month. And new Chevy and GMC electric vehicles with special rates. All at DeArmond Chevy GMC in Knoxville, Iowa.
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Blake Walker with you here this evening from MediaCom Stadium here in the heart of Des Moines on the Drake University campus. Des Moines Roosevelt, number 4 in Class 4A, leads number 1 ranked in 3A. Des Moines Hoover, 1-0 is your score at halftime. A wild first half of action for just a 1-0 game. 7 yellow cards for both teams combined. We saw 7 yellow cards in the first half. We saw 1 red card on Bizo Lucala for Des Moines Hoover, so he is out. I saw him earlier off the field. He was in street clothes now. Coach Rubino got a yellow card for Des Moines Hoover. Roosevelt has had, I think, 2 or 3 yellow cards. It has just been it has been a wild first half. A lot of emotions between these two teams. And you figure it because it's the Des Moines Public Schools. They're going to be very, very competitive towards each other, and that's what we want to see, and that's what we're seeing here. Roosevelt has done a really good job so far defensively. Hoover has not really had any great shot-on-goal attempts. Roosevelt had the 1 goal, and it was the free kick opportunity for Isaiah Lamarck with just past 3 minutes gone by in the first half. But ever since then, both teams really have been quiet, and the field of play has been in the middle for the most part. We switch sides, and we are set to go off and running here in the second half. Des Moines Hoover is in black, and Des Moines Roosevelt is in white with blue pants. So the Rough Riders going to try to get things moving here on the offensive side of the ball. This one's a long kick up field, and Vita will come up and make the grab, send it back the other way. No wind at all to be spoken of tonight. Winds haven't even picked up. It is a calm, cool night here in Des Moines. Temperatures, I think, still in the mid-60s, all things considering. We had a couple rain showers pop up around us, but I think we're going to be okay, and I think we're going to get through the night unscathed. There's a chance for Hoover, and goes a little long off the foot of somebody down there. Couldn't quite tell who it is. There is a couple Hoover players that have numbers on their jerseys that are not in Bound's system on the roster. So unfortunately, not going to know some of the names here. That one, though, was on Ibunga Kaskaili. It'll be interesting how Roosevelt wants to go about this second half. This is what they're really good at, just kind of hanging back, playing good defense, keeping the ball out of the opponent's hands, and then attacking when you need to. And Luganga has had a couple opportunities tonight. There you can see he's doubled by Hoover, but they're able to swing that one back out. Hanvir Bahidi had it there for a second in the middle for the Huskies. And I talked about it, Roosevelt ranked number 4 in the latest rankings, or newest rankings for the IHSAA. First rankings of the season dropped on Monday. If it's anything like basketball and football rankings, it is made up of coaches, selected coaches, and selected media members. They get together. They always put in their top 10, if you will, and then they combine those all together, and those are the rankings. This is their first batch of rankings dropped on Monday. Roosevelt is the number 4th ranked team in Class 4A. Due to the school population size and the bed numbers, Des Moines Hoover is in 3A, and they are ranked number 1 A couple Des Moines schools in the top 3. Well, technically all 3 if you count it. Dallas Center Grimes is ranked 2nd. Obviously the thoughts of them in the CIML. And then Urbandale is ranked 3rd. And Hoover tied with Urbandale earlier this season. Ball here on the near line. Now kicked up ahead. Hoover's going to knock that one out and reset here defensively. A lot of good games in the Metro tonight. This is just one of many good games. Johnston was taking on Ankeny. A big one, Waukee Northwest taking on Valley. That was a 1 versus 2 matchup in the girls. I didn't think they had a stat in at all for the final score, but that was a good one tonight, 1 versus 2. And then for the boys, Valley's ranked 7th, or Valley's ranked 2nd. Waukee Northwest is ranked 7th, so a top 10 matchup there. Ankeny Centennial took on Dowling Catholic tonight. Those were good matches in both the boys and girls, so good night of soccer here in the CIML. Southeast Polk took on Waukee. And obviously, you get a couple Des Moines public schools here going at it at Mediacom Stadium. A field that, despite both teams playing on, got a whistle blown, there was a foul called back there. Both these teams use this field sometimes. It's a shared field if you're not, if you've never watched here for the Mediacom Stadium games. It's a shared field used by all the Des Moines public schools for Lincoln, Roosevelt, North, and Hoover, and East. So kind of a shared. Actually, I think East might still use the stadium that they share with Grandview, but not every home game for both these two teams is played here at Mediacom Stadium. Some are actually played back on their home fields. Des Moines Hoover will play on their field. Roosevelt plays on theirs, and so on and so forth. Hoover got a good chance there at a shot on goal. Couldn't get anything of it. But I'm sure if you talk to some of the players, they do like playing here. Lunganga trying to go on a run out, and a whistle is blown on a foul. Free kick opportunity here for Roosevelt. And by free kick, they just play it in motion. And a chance on an attack. Strong with the right leg there. I couldn't quite tell who that was from this far out, but drops in the lap of Amisi Bita. And he will kick this one back for Hoover. No wind to speak of tonight, like I talked about, so kicks really haven't been influenced by the wind. There's Javier Flores there for Hoover for a second. Again, he just has not really had the ball at his feet much tonight. Here's a chance here. He tries to center, and it's almost an own goal for Roosevelt. That one misses to the right, but Des Moines Hoover, for the first time tonight, will have their opportunity at a corner kick. Take a look at the replay. Boy, this almost went in. It was an own goal for Roosevelt. See Flores, he tries to center and then sent long. I believe it was maybe Roman Castro. But it is a corner kick upcoming for Bahidi. And it's long and not going to have a chance. And Roosevelt will look to run. Near side ball here. Fighting for positioning on the far line. And whistle is blown. And it's going to be a foul on Hoover, actually. I thought it was going to be, well, nope. Who did they give it to? Nope, they gave it to Hoover. So free kick here for the Huskies. So a throw in back here for the Rough Riders. A little bit of back and forth here in the midfield. Roosevelt going to go back to their back line here, just kind of start swinging things around. Hoover's got numbers up here, but Roosevelt's doing a good job playing keep away. That one's going to sail down the far touchline and going to back Hoover up just a little bit for a throw-in opportunity. Talked about it at the top of the show earlier, a couple hours ago now, that Hoover trailing Roosevelt in the series since 2011, dating back in Bounds database. 7-5 advantage for Roosevelt all time. They won last year's matchup 2-1. They try to get it to Flores up ahead, but Roosevelt jumps in front of it. That is what the Rough Riders have been doing all night long. Roosevelt player hits the ground. No call. That's Isaiah Lamarck who hit the turf. Ongi has to turn it, kicks it out. It's going to be a throw in deep in the corner. Still not a corner kick. Or maybe it is a corner kick. Nope, it's throwing. So a couple good minutes here for Roosevelt, deep in Hoover territory. Gonga trying to fit it over, taken back the next way. Nash Sanders over there in the middle. So Gonga fits to the other side, and a header attempt's just gonna miss. Riffin Luganga, I think got checked in the eye or something. Head official talking to him there for a second. Don't know if he got hit in the head or maybe clocked in the cheek or something, but he went down for a quick second. Goal kick upcoming here for Hoover. Roosevelt hanging on here, 1-0 lead, but it doesn't feel like clinging just because Hoover hasn't been able to do a ton offensively. As I say that here, this is one of their better chances. It's cleared though. But it is weird. It feels like a possible, somewhat comfortable 1-0 lead for the Rough Riders, but you know they'd want a little bit more. Substitutions checking in here. Our unnamed number 32 player here for Hoover that we don't have on our roster checks back in. And Aiden Aitchison checks in for Des Moines Roosevelt, number 8. A loss tonight for Des Moines Hoover, if they were to lose, in my opinion, will not drop them in the rankings. If they lose to a 3A opponent, yes, but usually the association, when it comes to the rankings and stuff, we haven't seen teams get penalized, if you will, for losing to teams higher in a class above. Now, if you beat a team in a higher class above, that's a different thing. That'll help you out, really help you out. Hoover wanted to move quick. Misa Bita was really trying to get going there, and the official hadn't blown the ball yet and said he was ready, so the ball went long. Bita, one of the shortest guys on the team, but man, he is a solid goalie. He can move. He can move. He can jump. Very athletic. Low line kick goes off the legs of Goska. Now back to Goska. Good possession here for Roosevelt. Tried to go forward there with Ramadani. Fight for it here on the near line and somehow, some way staying alive. Whistle is blown on Hoover. And we're going to get a yellow card. Not sure who the yellow card went on because he was kind of pointing in a different direction. I mean, it looked like he was pointing to Finiasi, but from here, I couldn't quite tell who he was going for. But that is our 8th yellow card of the night in total. Coach Rubino trying to get an explanation. Take a look at the replay here. as it was Trenton just trying to get away. I don't think it was on Cascali, and I don't think it was on Ramadani. I think it might have been on Finiasi, who maybe said something. There's a free kick opportunity that's going to roll out the back, and it'll be a goal kick here. But that's our 8th yellow card of the night in total. Not a clean game by any means in that aspect. Got a substitution coming in. This is Itugano Juma is in. And out goes Jamapeli Hassani. Whistle is blown on Hoover. Foul is on Cascali. Just getting an explanation from the official. And you know, as the clock continues to wind down, these guys are just going to get more aggressive. They know that they're going to have to get better advantage on the ball. They're going to have to just keep tightening things up. Let's see who kicks this here. It's either going to be Lamarck or Roman Castro, and it's Roman Castro who sends this thing way out of the park into the sidewalk. Calling a game last week, we had one go out of the stadium, fully out of the stadium, onto the street. It's amazing how they've packed this MediaCom stadium in here. It's not a very big space, but boy, they have made the most of it. And it kind of works. It does work. It's a great stadium. Not kind of works. It works. I like it. I don't know why I said it kind of works. Obviously holds the state championships with Drake Stadium and then here, so they play the state tournament here. Corner kick upcoming here for Roosevelt. Jude Lippincott will line it up. Lippincott's going to use this corner here, and he might actually just kick this thing short to Gasca. We'll see here. Lippincott's kick on the way. Bita knocked it high. Shot on goal, hits the top of the crossbar. Javier Flores is in there, and he clears it. Oh, my goodness, what a break for Hoover as that one drilled probably the under part of the crossbar. And they catch a break because almost went in, and Flores was able to clear it. Boy, almost a lazy pass there, and Usango would have been off to the races. As Roosevelt will stay patient here. Foul called on Roosevelt. Long boot. Up ahead to Juma. He's the only one back, though. It's 1-on-4 there. A lot of open grass here for Roosevelt. Believe offsides was the call. Maybe we got an injury timeout over there. Cramp over there for a Hoover player. Well, while we have the time, we'll step aside. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be back for Hoover and Roosevelt. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if you have an old inefficient wood fireplace, we need to talk. Heat and Glow has some great retrofit inserts to convert that old drafty wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace. A Heat and Glow gas insert will give you high efficiency, it will give you ease of operations, and it will give you enough warmth to take the edge off a cold winter's night. For the best in gas inserts, come see us at Fireplace Superstore today.
It's hard to stop a train.
The Chevy Red Tag event is going on now here at DeArmond Chevy GMC in Knoxville, Iowa. New Silverado 1500 Crew Cab with 1.9% for 60 months, plus up to $87.50 off MSRP. New Chevy and GMC HDs with 5.9% for 84 months. Get a new 2025 Trailblazer starting at $339 per month. And new Chevy and GMC electric vehicles with special rates. All at DeArmond Chevy GMC in Knoxville, Iowa.
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Back here at MediaCom Stadium, a stoppage in play there. We had two injury timeouts. Technically happened within each other. Two Hoover players who went down. We got the one coming off the field, and then we kind of went back to break there just for a quick second, just cramping. With two guys that were just cramping up and trying to stay stretched out. So, couple cramping injuries. Always make sure to hydrate. It's always what you got to do. Always got to stay hydrated. And we'll see what happens here as we'll get the clock back going here. 23:04. There's a look at Caden Lane. He hasn't had to do a ton tonight. Caden's been on top of things here for the most part. EC Beto will send this one back the other way. We're off and rolling. See if we can finish this thing out here at MediaCom Stadium. Off the back of Ramadani, and Lane will boot this thing back the other way. Foul is called on Hoover. Still plenty of time in this one. Rough Riders trying to set things up here offensively. They go to the near side here to Goska, who hits the turf. No foul. Throw in deep in Hoover territory here for the Huskies. Or here for the Rough Riders, excuse me. Expect things to get tight here in the last couple 20 minutes. Gonna see guys getting aggressive here, trying to make things happen. Obviously, it's been a game of fouls. We've had 8 yellow cards this evening. We've had 1 red card in the first half. Not clean by any means, but it just shows how aggressive these two teams are, how competitive these two teams are. They want to win. They want to beat each other. You want to say you beat your Des Moines Public School rival. And that's in any sport. You see it in basketball. You see it in football. Here on the soccer field. And you can see, I mean, Roosevelt not really aggressive to score. They're just kind of playing keep away, trying to waste some clock, doing what they do best here. Trying to stay on top of things. We're obviously down a couple players there with those cramping injuries, so we'll see if those last or how those will play out. There's Tritton. Now going back, and now a run out here for Hoover. A little bit of an awkward touch up ahead by Casciley, and Roosevelt takes it right back. Just over 20 minutes to go here in this one from MediaCom Stadium. Roosevelt 7-1 on the season. Des Moines Hoover 7-0-1 on the year. Obviously, ties are now possible in Iowa high school soccer in an effort to kind of help move the games along, get kids back home at a decent time if they're traveling. And no matter what, at least throwing out injuries, throwing out stoppages in play, every game will last 80 minutes total. And you won't have to deal with possibly 20 extra minutes of overtime and or penalty shots. We had that Ankeny DCG girls soccer game last year that went to 15 or 16 PKs. And everybody kind of said, well, maybe we should make a change. And they've switched things up. And obviously the regular season does matter. It matters who you beat, obviously for rankings and whatnot. But at the end of the day, ties can happen, as Roosevelt had a chance there, kicked out by Hoover. But ties happen in normal soccer, and they bring that to it. And there have been a lot of ties this year. I'll be curious to see the amount at the end of the year, but a lot of the really good teams facing each other, games have ended in ties. I think of Ankeny and Valley. The girls a couple weeks ago was a 1-2 matchup. That ended in a tie. So definitely brought up there. I don't know who has the most ties this year. I think I saw a thing that Decorah has 4 or 5 ties maybe. But personally, I'm a fan of the rule. I like it. Keeps the games moving a little bit. And don't you worry, overtime will be back in the postseason. Just for the regular season, you can tie. All right, corner kick opportunity here for Des Moines Roosevelt. They had a really good chance last time. Kick is on the way. It's a little long. Header just going to miss. Amisi Bida somehow, some way, leaps high and above the rest and saves it. I mean, he floated. He didn't just jump. He floated. Take a look at the replay. Watch Amisa Bida in red. Oh, my goodness. What a play. So now they'll try it again. Corner kick on the way. Header up in the air. Cleared out by Hoover. Nicely done by the Huskies. Hoover had a 1-on-2 there. Our unnamed number 32 that we're not sure of. He was over there for Hoover on a run out, but obviously Roosevelt had a couple guys back. There's the boot back the other way, and Hoover tries to regain control. Roosevelt's on top of it, though, with Ongi. Ongi goes back, now with the lane here on the right side. Tries to center, but it's a little bit of a weak dribbler. Hoover gets it back. whistle is blown on Hoover. I don't know who the foul was on. And they're going to say it's on Hoover. Yellow card is given to Casciley. It's our 9th yellow card of the night in total for both teams combined. Take a look at the replay. It's just another one of those slight incidents. And I think what got Casciley on the card was just arguing the call. Usually the officials kind of want it, so you take the call, you just have it. But argued it just a little bit. Our head official gives out his 9th yellow card of the evening. In total, he's pulled that card out. And we didn't know. This is a long kick ahead. Beta's going to make the grab. When Lucala got that red card earlier in the night, it kind of looked like the official was going to give the red card to Rubino, but then Lucala must have said something, Coach Rubino, and then Lucala said something, so then the official kind of stopped, and then he kind of gave the red card to Lucala. So in the whole situation there in the first half, a red card was going to be assessed. I think it was just a matter of who it was going to. But things of all things considered, calm down here in the second half, but still 16 minutes to play. Still a lot of soccer to be played. Both teams going to stay aggressive here. Good clear out by the Rough Riders. And now a kick up ahead. Ongi will race for it. He'll have to center. And can't get around one. Nicely kicked out by King Tremaris McQuarrie, the sophomore, and we will have this is the corner kick that we missed when we were showing the other replay. So this was the good clear out by Hoover. We'll see right there, knocked out, nicely done. So that was the corner kick we missed. Got another corner kick coming here for the Roosevelt Rough Riders, who have had pretty good looks tonight, all things considering. See what they got on tap here with Jude Lippincott. It's a low liner. Beta came up to get it. Roosevelt will try again. Beta knocks that one away. There's with the left leg, another clear, and then Hoover kicks that one out. Boy, Roosevelt had chance after chance. Amisi Beta was flying everywhere. I don't know who that was that saved it, because that was a good left leg there for Roosevelt. We'll try again with Jude Lippincott. Kick on the way. Another low liner. Who was it touched by? It was touched by Roosevelt. And Hoover holds serve defensively. Nicely done by the Huskies. Under 15 minutes to go. Great boot. Downfield, but offsides. Too good of a boot. Back the other way, and Hoover gives it back for the free kick. Got to give credit where credit's due to Roosevelt's back line. Still a little bit of match left. Under 14 minutes to go, but boy, they have played well. Keeping things on top. Couple back and forths here. Whistle on Roosevelt. Got a player down for Hoover. And it looks like another cramp of some sort, or some sort of injury. Officials waiting here for seeing if he's going to call a timeout. I don't think he is. I think, was it Flores? Yeah, it was. It was Javier Flores who went down. Free kick upcoming. This Joshua Musengo, the sophomore, will boot this one. Again, really no wind to speak of, so see where his leg takes it. Tritton heads it in the middle. cleared out by Roosevelt. But there was a whistle. I think a handball, maybe. So Hoover's going to get a free kick here. A free kick in a really good spot that is almost similar to where Roosevelt scored their free kick. And it's Isaac Ramadani, the one to attempt it, to try to tie this thing up at 1. Again, there's no overtimes, but you'd rather take the tie than the loss. So Isaac Ramadani will line up for the free kick. And it's high. It's always that balance. Do you try to lob it over, kick it over the line of defenders? Do you try to go around? Do you try to set up a teammate? Just kind of depends. And that time, Ramadani just a little long, and Hoover comes up empty here. Roosevelt will get it back. And Roosevelt will stay content here defensively, just trying to play keep away. Obviously would love another goal for assurance, but things are going to get tight here in these final couple minutes. Nganga trying to work his way to the middle. Really haven't called his name here in the second half. Going to get a foul on him. Late swing in, and I believe we're going to get another yellow card. And there goes, yep, there goes our 10th yellow card of the night. That red card was used, so usually you don't even see the red card. And the official dropped the red card when it was coming out. Take a look at the foul. There's your foul, the far kick for Luganga. So 10 yellow cards tonight in total. And just so you're aware, combined tonight between Hoover and Roosevelt, there were 15 yellow cards on the season for both teams combined, if you added them together. Roosevelt had 8 coming into tonight. Hoover had 7. And we've had 10 in this match alone. Flores, long kick. Caden Lane comes up and makes the play. Boy, Flores, that was a great kick. Just not enough on it. Just over 10 minutes to go here in this one. Roosevelt on top, 1-0. A lot of midfield play so far tonight. And that goal, that early goal, might have been and could be most likely what we're going to see for Roosevelt. Feels like it could be the nail here in this one. Chance here for Roosevelt. Vita knocks that one out. Will be a throw-in upcoming here. Taking a look at what we got this week. We're back on the YouTube page on Thursday, 7:30 kickoff. Indianola will take on Waukee. Boys soccer. Waukee, not the season they've really wanted here in the early going. Indianola, on the other hand, a top 10 team in Class 3A. Should be a good one. Catch all the action on the Central Iowa Sports Network at 7:30 on Thursday night. Hoover trying to mount a rally here and score a late goal to tie this thing up. A runaway here from Lunganga. Works his way to the far line, tries to center, and awaiting there in the middle is Musengo. Short boot back. Now over to the far side. That's Riffin Lunganga. Keep an eye on the clock. Roosevelt just content to just kind of hold and roll here. That one's going to go all the way to the corner. Rolls out. Hoover ball. Couple substitutions in for both teams. Another Hoover player with a number. We got a 16 and a 32 coming in. I do not have a 16 and a 32 on my roster. That's our luck tonight for the Huskies. Ephraim Lunganga checks in. And out goes Oscar Perez. Good minutes for him tonight for Roosevelt if he is done for the evening. Roosevelt, big chance here. There's a left leg that misses just to the left of the goal. I believe that was Tritton. Nope. That was Liam Curtis on the attempt. Usengo on the free or on the goal kick. Knocked ahead. Can Roosevelt clear? They do for the time being. It's going to roll out, so a throw in here for the Huskies. This is Casciley who will throw in. Off a Roosevelt defender. They try to center back here to the middle. Cleared out, though, by the Rough Riders. It's just kind of how tonight's gone for Hoover. They've gotten a couple chances. They just haven't been able to complete it. That kick knocked out. Going to have a corner kick upcoming here for Roosevelt. So corner kick upcoming here for Roosevelt. This is Lippincott. High kick this time. They head it back toward Lippincott's way, and now Hoover going to try to hop on top of it and try to get it back the other way. But they don't really have a lot of numbers. Oh, my. Got a whistle blown there. That was a little bit of just unfortunate circumstances. Joshua Roman Castro and Ibunga Casciley, they help each other up. Good sportsmanship there after Casciley trying to jump over Roman Castro, stepped on his back. Foul is going to be called on Roman Castro, so a free kick here for Joshua Musengo. Ball knocked down the left field line and will roll out. Again, Roosevelt's just going to keep holding here and try to get this clock all the way down. Trying to figure out where, there you go, where to throw it in. Whistle blown there on Hoover, I believe. Might have been on Roosevelt. Nope, it's going to be on Hoover. Hoover sideline, not too happy about it. Official letting him know, hey, best to kind of hang back here. As the time continues to tick here, 3:48 to go here in this one. Roosevelt going to try to hang on here and close this thing out. Coach Rubino telling his players to get up, trying to stay aggressive here. That one goes long, and Abita will hop on top of it and drop to the ground. I think 8 seconds, I believe. I remember Coach or Justin Vorster was talking about it with us a couple weeks ago when we were on Ankeny at Ankeny Centennial. They changed that rule of how long the goalie can hold on to the ball. That one knocked out. Can have a throw in here for Hoover. Here's your throw in. Centered in the middle, knocked away by Roosevelt, but two players collide. Now they try to go again to the center, and no one's there. Now up ahead. Lunganga. This is Rafam Lunganga over to the other Lunganga. Yeah, I think Hoover's maybe got one or two more attacks left in him to try to go after it. There's something. Flores is in pursuit, but kick back to Caden Lane, and Lane boots that thing back down the field and out. Throwing up, opportunity coming. On the far line for the Huskies. Now kicked out. Seems like every chance they get just something, Roosevelt gets in there and clears it. The defense has been very good. Here's Luganga on a run out to go ahead. Got around one. Now tries to go to the center. Nothing going. There is a penalty, though, and a flag is called. And that is going to be a penalty shot upcoming here for Roosevelt. Yellow card has been given over on the far line to Musango. It's our 11th yellow card of the night. Take a look at the replay for Lunganga. And Musango just kind of went in, and it was kind of on the hip. It's a tough call. It's a tough call. The official makes the call, and foul is on Musango. Coach Rubino was not happy, and he's Rubino's walking away. The coach is just coming over and chatting with the assistants here, giving an explanation, and they were basically trying to tell the officials, they're like, hey, man, we get it. You're good. You don't have to tell us, because Coach Rubino, I know he definitely didn't want to talk to him, and so this will be a penalty shot. PK upcoming for Ephraim Lunganga up against Amisi Bita. Our first penalty shot of the night. Official trying to make sure everybody's set where they need to be. And Lunganga will try for his PK on the way. And good. His 12th goal of the season. And Ephraim Lunganga is able to knock it in to make it 2-0 with 1:34 to go here in the second half. Take a look at the replay. Perfectly placed ball just on the left side. Amisi Bita just couldn't get out for it in time. And we'll go back to the center. 12th goal of the year. The goals keep stacking up for the senior Ephraim Lunganga. And that will put a close to this one. A 2-0 lead for the Roosevelt Rough Riders. They're going to get a win over a number one. We'll see how much if it does anything for them in the rankings in total, just because they are 4A and Hoover is 3A. But a win over a number one is a win over a number one. And Roosevelt looking good here to start the season. Hoover will drop their first game of the year. They tied with Urbandale earlier. There's a foul. This is going to be a yellow card most likely. Maybe. We'll see. The officials are wanting, or the Hoover sidelines wanting something called. Free kick's going to be upcoming here for Roosevelt. Take a look at the replay. This is a flat-out push in the back. Or it felt like a push in the back, but no call. And because it's in the box, now you get a penalty kick. So now Javier Flores will get a chance at a PK. What a game. Flores will have a chance to get this to within 1 with a minute left. Which is the way this game's going, who knows? Here's Flores. Good. In the back left corner. Roosevelt was trying to say that it wasn't a goal because they thought somebody was coming running up for Hoover, or it was. So Hoover had somebody up over the line, I think, or something, so it didn't count. So they're going to have to do it again. So Flores will try again, and it's in. 7th goal of the year for Javier Flores. Hoover's going to try to run this thing back because they want to have a chance here with a minute left to try to tie this game.
Scored by the Huskies, number 9, Javier Flores.
So that's Flores' 7th goal of the season. Take a look at the replay here. This is the one that went in, or the one that counted. Boy, buckle up. This is going to be a very competitive final minute. 1:03 to go. Hoover's going to be on the attack. And Roosevelt's going to be playing keep away. And by keep away, I mean they're just going to keep booting this thing down the field. In the middle, Casciley got around one. Bunga still working his way through traffic. Gets it up ahead to the far line. That one sent high and wide. Somehow did not go way out. 33 seconds to go. Throw in here for Hoover. Centered in the middle. They try to clear. There it is. Cleared out by Ungi. Hoover's going to get one more chance at this. But it drops right into the lap of the Rough Riders. And if they want, they could just keep kicking this thing forward. They go up ahead to Lungunga over on the far line with 10 seconds left, and he's going to center to the middle. Ongi goes in the middle. Shot on goal attempt's going to miss for Beta, and that will do it. Des Moines Roosevelt, 4th-ranked Roosevelt, defeats 3A, number 1 Des Moines Hoover. 2-1 is your final score in a dramatic game. A game filled with drama, but a dramatic game nonetheless. And Roosevelt comes away with the win, 2-1 over Des Moines Hoover. Well, that will do it for us here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Shout out to AJ and Caleb, our camera guys, our producer Aaron. I'm Blake Walker saying so long from MediaCom Stadium, where Des Moines Roosevelt defeats Des Moines Hoover. 2-1 is your score. Thank you for watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.